Hey, everybody. My name is Ryan Shear with Lebanon Now. As all of you know, it's been a hectic day with what went on at the high school. And instead of multitudes of posts and fielding things later on, I thought I would just hop on here and go live real quick. We just, about 40 minutes ago, talked to Superintendent Dr. David Schmitz and Jerry Harrison, Police Chief, as well. And we have their statements. We have the official statement. So Sarah, go ahead and play the official statement.
This morning at approximately 10:50 a.m., officers were dispatched to Lebanon High School for a report of a bomb threat. Out of an abundance of caution, students were relocated to an alternate site while officers conducted a thorough search of the campus. Bomb detection K9 swept the building and surrounding parking areas. No credible threat was found. Safety always remains our highest priority in situations like that, and we want to thank the students, parents, and school staff for their cooperation throughout this incident. I also want to recognize the strong response from our partner agencies, including the Lebanon R3 School District, the officers of the Lebanon Police Department, the Lebanon Fire Department, Mercy EMS, Missouri State Highway Patrol, Laclede County Sheriff's Office, Laclede County Office of Emergency Management, Missouri State Capitol Police, Fort Leonard Wood Military Police, and the Missouri Department of Conservation. Because this is an active investigation, we are limited in the details we can release. However, we are actively working to identify the source of this threat and will hold those responsible accountable. We also appreciate the patience and understanding of our community today. So I'll turn it over to you, Dr. Schmitz.
All right, great. I just want to really commend our local law enforcement and the incredible support we had. The safety and security of our students and our staff is such a priority, and it's clear that in our community, local law enforcement are really collaborate with us at a great level, and so we're very grateful for that. I commend our students, our staff. We train to make sure that students are in good shape. And that our staff are safe when we have these incidents. And so I want to thank our parents for their patience. I know this has been a difficult day as we've relocated our students, all 13 some odd hundred of them. And so that has been a process to allow them to be picked back up again. And so we just want to say thanks to our parents for being flexible, understanding that when we want to and need to make sure people are safe, sometimes that means relocation, and we did that, and that worked very well. And so it's great to be in a community where people rally together, and as Chief Harrison said, the collaboration of local law enforcement and throughout our region was just awesome. And so we're grateful as a part of Lebanon Schools to be a part of that. And so we want to thank everybody.
All right, so that was the official statement we got just a few minutes ago from Chief Jerry Harrison and Dr. David Schmitz. There was a reporter from Ozarks First there, so we did get an opportunity to ask questions. So with that statement, there's a thing that if you don't know what it is called swatting, it's not confirmed, but the last bomb threat that came in was, and 2 days ago in Georgia, there was something very, very similar happened. So I asked if this might have been a case of swatting, and this was Chief Harrison's reply.
We're aware that there's been similar threats like this one. We responded to one not too long ago that turned out to be what you could call a swatting incident, and there was a rash of them in the region. This one's still under investigation. Too soon to say, but I wouldn't rule that out.
So they brought in bomb dogs from Fort Leonard Wood, and they did a very good search of the area. The response, as he said, thank you. Some people might think it was a lot of response or not enough response, but I think they handled it really, really well. Just for clarification, I have a child in high school today, and if you stick with this for a little bit, I have 3 high school students that are actually going to come on and talk to us about their experience inside of the high school today and how that went down. I want to get past all of the official things first. So Somebody had texted me a question, and knowing that we've been through this, unfortunately, more than normal, and a lot of things go on with the school, maybe this response varies a little bit different from the last in time. So I did ask, how does this response vary? It seemed a little more, I don't want to say excessive, that's not the word I'm trying to use, but it seemed more. It seemed like they had more bases covered than sometimes when we've been through this in the past. So I asked them that question as well.
You want to address that, or
Sure, I can address that. When you know better, you do better. We learn from every situation. Every time that we have an event like this, we gather around the campfire and have a conversation about who did what and who could have done what better. So we're always going to be constantly seeking improvement in our operations.
Okay, so feel free to leave comments. We're going to go there. Yes, no threats were found at the school. How many students did he say? It's about 1,300-ish. I don't remember the exact number. Let's see. Kudos to all of them that did it. Yes, Joe. So then the Ozarks, one of the things that we talked about in the comments while this was ongoing today, and I want to address, absolutely want to address, is the social media role in a response like this. So in the comments, people are asking, why am I telling where people are? One of the things is we weren't first line reporting anything. You have 1,300 students with 1,300 cell phones texting parents and parents and students across TikTok, across Instagram. We're posting everything going on inside of the high school. What Lebanon Now has done and what we've built and tried really, really hard to do is be a verifiable source. Not that we've not messed up, but we try to learn, just like he said in there. Once we go through a thing, we try to learn from that. So we were very careful and guarded in what we posted, how we posted it, and how we did that. Even after we went off air, I talked in the little circle there was Dr. David Schmitz, police chief, Derek from the city, and I told him that we are open to criticisms of all sorts, and that if we impede any investigation or if we're doing anything that you feel is unsafe, we all communicate. That's the good thing about small town, that they can absolutely let me know about that. And the Ozarks First reporter had asked, what is the role of social media? So in a situation like this, you literally have 1,300 students with pretty much 1,300 phones texting parents, and all that information is going on the internet at once. Now, whereas we have a very high volume of people that watch things, we were not the official news source on that. A lot of times, our job becomes to confirm things on there. There's also a ton of people that maybe can't contact their kid or at work, or this is the only way that they're doing it. I don't want to give away too much, but very early on, we got reports of that it's a swatting incident. They're not going through the motions, they're protecting our children. But understanding and knowing that in the background, we were being very, very careful how we reported it. Now, on the other side, there are social media to where the students are on the field with their phones, telling them where they are. And there was big concerns raised about social media's role in an operation like this. So the reporter at Ozarks First asked them as well, and I want to play that response from Dr. David Schmitz and Chief Jerry Harrison as well.
I think without a doubt, social media sometimes provides information that facts and information. So that's something that our team was doing. And that's part of the collaboration. Is our communications folks and the city's communications folks were constantly talking and making sure that we were frequently and clearly letting parents know, letting the community know. I mean, certainly we have roads blocked, and so what's going on? And so we do our best to make sure people are informed. And yes, social media will communicate, but in the same token, we have great partners in the media that communicate the truth and facts, and so we try to help them with that.
It's important that people understand that when you talk about the impact of social media on the event, people need to go to the right place to get the right information. They need to come to the Lebanon Police Department. They need to come to the City of Lebanon, come to those social media sites. That's where the real information is going to come from if it's a city or a police department issue that's being worked out, like this one was. This one was also a school issue. So again, come to the Lebanon R3 schools social media locations if you want to get accurate information. Anybody can pick up a camera and put information out on social media. To get the accurate information, come to the Lebanon Police Department website, come to the the police department's Facebook page and our other social media presence. Same with the city of Lebanon, and the schools also have their social media presence as well. That's where the accurate information is. The rest of it is likely discardable.
All right, so there was their response, and I do want to address the Lebanon Now tries our best and tries really hard to be correct in there. I am in communication with leaders of the community while things like these are going on, and we are holding back information. We're not posting rumors. It has to be confirmed multiple different ways. We've messed up in the past, and we wanted to make sure that mess up never happens again. So for those concerns, I understand those concerns. I'm not dismissing those concerns. I could understand how people would feel that way. So like I said, once again, not dismissing those concerns. But everything that we reported was very general knowledge at the time. There were several people with drones sending me footage. There were several people sending me information that I couldn't verify. I didn't want to give away position of the kids. We were asked officially by the school, don't post any pictures of where the kids' locations are, all of that sort of thing. So there is communication going on in those. So with that said, just to recap before I bring the girls on to talk about their experience in high school today, we're going to play, here in a second, we're going to play that official statement one more time, but do not go away, because in that we are bringing on some students from the high school to talk about their experience today. So just to recap, there was no threat found at the school. It was a called in, I believe it was called into the general line, not 911, called into the general line. And about 11 o'clock today, students were asked to go out to the football field. About 11:03, we were all alerted as parents. We live relatively close to the high school, so we just went to our house and covered the story from there. And as it unfolded, we brought you information. We made sure that information was verified. Other places, more rumor control than frontline reporting as well. So it is under investigation. They want to make sure, and kudos to Lebanon R3, all the agencies that showed up. But anyway, while we're setting up to have the high school students on to talk about their experience, we're going to go ahead and play that official statement from Dr.
This
David
morning,
Shea.
at approximately 10:50 a.m., officers were dispatched to Lebanon High School for a report of a bomb threat. Out of an abundance of caution, students were relocated to an alternate site while officers conducted a thorough search of the campus. Bomb detection K-9 units also swept the building and surrounding parking areas. No credible threat was found. Safety always remains our highest priority in situations like that, and we want to thank the students, parents, and school staff for their cooperation throughout this incident. I also want to recognize the strong response from our partner agencies, including the Lebanon R3 School District, the officers of the Lebanon Police Department, the Lebanon Fire Department, Mercy EMS, Missouri State Highway Patrol, Laclede County Sheriff's Office, Laclede County Office of Emergency Management, Missouri State Capitol Police, Fort Leonard Wood Military Police, and the Missouri Department of Conservation. Because this is an active investigation, we are limited in the details we can release. However, we are actively working to identify the source of this threat and will hold those responsible accountable. We also appreciate the patience and understanding of our community today. So I'll turn it over to you, Dr. Schmitz.
All right, great. I just want to really commend our local law enforcement and the incredible support we had. The safety and security of our students and our staff is such a priority, and it's clear that in our community, local law enforcement are really collaborate with us at a great level, and so we're very grateful for that. I commend our students, our staff. We train to make sure that students are in good shape, and that our staff are safe when we have these incidents. And so I want to thank our parents for their patience. I know this has been a difficult day as we've relocated our students, all 13 some odd hundred of them, and so that has been a process to allow them to be picked back up again. So we just want to say thanks to our parents for being flexible, understanding that when we want to and need to make sure people are safe, sometimes that means relocation, and we did that, and that worked very well. And so it's great to be in a community where people rally together, and as Chief Harrison said, the collaboration of local law enforcement and throughout our region was just awesome. And so we're grateful as part of Lebanon Schools to be a part of that. And so we want to thank everybody.
Hey, everybody. My name, once again, is Ryan Shear, and we are back. And these students, this one is my kid, right? So this is Veda, and this is Atlantis, and this is Aria, right? And they were part of the high school and what happened today. So Atlantis, go ahead and start us off and walk us through what happened at the high school today.
Well, we were in class and the bell was like about to go off, and then the intercom like went on and told us to hold back for a second. Everyone's like confused, and then when it hit 11:02 before the bell rang, he told all of us to go head out to the field.
Okay, and all right, let us know, like, you get to the field then.
Yeah.
Talk in the mic, please.
Yeah, and then like everyone's kind of just texting everyone, seeing where they're at, and it's kind of just like chaos across like the entire field. But then like it kind of just calmed down, and everyone's just like sitting around waiting for more instructions.
Okay, and Veda?
Yeah, so I first like called my parents and was like, hey, this is happening, and I'm like, I'm not really scared, but yeah. And then everybody just was calm after a little bit. Everybody contacted their parents. The teachers were even fine. They were not freaking out, and they stayed very like professional the whole time, which is nice.
And they were announcing over the loudspeaker, right? You guys were on the football field, and they were announcing instructions to you over the loudspeaker, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So tell me a little bit about what goes on with you, the student body, the teachers, while you're having one of these exercises, especially the first few minutes, because you don't know if this is legit, if this is another scare. So walk me through a little bit what's going on in your guys' mind and with the student body around you.
Okay, so I was like, oh, what is happening? And then in the hallways, I hear a whole bunch of people talking about the threat, and I was like, oh, yeah. And I messaged my mom, and I'm like, oh, hey, are you free? Can I call you? Because like I know she does a bunch of filming stuff. And I pretty much just called her and said, so apparently there was a threat, and I am just letting you know, and I just like want you to come pick me up because I'm scared. And then just everybody and principals, teachers were calm. They just directed us out and said, don't freak out. Like, freaking out is not going to be the best thing that is going to happen in this situation. And, yeah.
And so the chatter on the bus, like you guys get bused to the middle school. They put you on buses, go to the middle school. What was kind of like the vibe on the buses, Atlantis? What was kind of the vibe on the buses as we went over there?
Well, everyone was freaking out, and it's like, when are we gonna get there? Like, what if it actually like blows up? And everyone just started talking about how they made like, and they were like, everyone was just like really scared. It was like, we need to get there fast before we blow up or something like that. Everyone was just making that joke, and like they were all stressful and like, yeah.
And so then there was a humongous line. So I mean, it's good that they train. It's good that they do things like this to keep you guys safe. And it's good that there was nothing found, that it was just a threat, and how you guys know how to act in this. Is there anything you guys want to add to what happened through your day or talk about? Okay. Well, so that's kind of what was going on inside of the high school. If you guys want, you guys can always message us. One of the parts, I'm not sure if it was in the soundbite. I can't hear the sound bites as they're played. I know I got most of them, but I am very impressed with what the school did, how our law enforcement handled it. Even though that it was a threat, they treated it as credible. They treated it as real, and they kept our kids safe. And as a community, we kind of rallied around that, and we did that. And thank you all to the people that followed and supported us throughout the day. And we're happy to be able to say that everybody is safe and sound. And until next time, here on Lebanon Now, hopefully next time it's a much happier thing that we get to bring you and talk about. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, make sure that you always message the page, message us, and let us know. We're open to criticism, and we're open to okay, one real quick, there was so what is swatting? Is that what that said? Okay, so swatting, no, seriously, let's talk about swatting and what it is for a second. So generally it was a thing that started a while back that anonymous people could call in threats. And what would happen is the SWAT team would come to your house and kick your door in. And the main thing that happened 3 years ago was like people playing video games. They would know where they're at and they would call them in, and SWAT would come to your house, and that's what it was called, right? That's where it began. And because we have to take these threats seriously, people can kind of anonymously call these in. We have a lot of things on the internet that we can use to protect to protect identities or make it harder for the law enforcement. So, it could be somebody trying to get out of a test. It could be somebody doing whatever that is, but we don't know, and we don't want to speculate. I got Sarah on the board. Are there any other comments we want to address before we hop off here? We have an audience, and feel free to throw them on there. Thank you for the update, and thank you to the two beautiful girls willing to go out and explain what happened. Does it say 3 or 2? There's 3 of you. Okay. Well, I've got giant lights in my face. So the 3 of you, yes. So the 3 of you, I thought maybe I was just going to let you fight about which 2 they meant. So, any other comments that maybe we want to look at, talk about, address before we hop on out of here? So proud of our community leaders. Yes, absolutely. I like to see that because, I don't always agree with everything that our community leaders do. We have, and that's the thing that I like, that public discussion. But today they came together for a little bit. I was down by the, I guess you'd call it command center, by the laundromat and Garner and Smith. And there was a lot of heads of agencies there, and they were making sure that we were taken care of. They were making sure those threats were. I got a little video of the bomb team from Fort Leonard Wood coming out. Thankfully, they weren't running. They walked out of the building. That's how we kind of knew. So it all turned out okay, but they took it seriously because we take our kids' health seriously. We are in a world that unfortunately our kids have to deal with this. So we respect that they take it seriously as well. All right. Is there anything else we want to address or talk about? All right. Thank you, guys. Stay tuned to Lebanon Now for your updates. Of course, we had some other programming we were going to put out today. We'll get that out tomorrow. Been a little busy with this today. Once again, any questions, concerns, comments, make sure you message the page. We're always willing to talk about those and our differences. So until next time, it's Lebanon Now.